Today, I'm going to show you a complete beginner's guide of the Google Pixel 9. I'm going to show you some of my favorite tips, tricks, and hidden features allowing you to leave this video as a Google Pixel 9 expert. Let's get started. As you can see on the front of the packaging, there's a picture of the back of the device itself. It has the Google logo at the top. On the side, it says Google Pixel 9 Pro XL and Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. So let's go ahead and open this up. There are two pull tabs on the very back here in order for us to get started. All we have to do is just peel them off. So we'll go ahead and rip off pill tab number 1 and we'll rip off pill tab number 2. And just like that, we're able to slide out the Google Pixel device from the packaging. So it's got this little case on it. You can use 2 fingers to push it out that way and it slides out. It's in this cardboard box that's got an outline of the Google Pixel itself on it. So you can see the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL that was on the edges there, and there's nothing on the bottom. You can just go ahead and lift up, and we're presented with everything we need. This packaging is gorgeous. On the left here, you have a little pull tab for all of the information that you need for this device. So you just pull it out just like that. And you can come in here, you can go to Pixel support, you've got your SIM eject tool, you've got all your regulatory information right here in the side for the Google Pixel information in the left. Then on the right, you've got the device itself. It's beautiful. It's wrapped in paper here. So we can go ahead and pull it out just like that. And we've got the charger, which is USB-C to USB-C, and the very bottom of the box here, you can pull that out, and we can go ahead and undo the paper that's on here. So it tells us everything we need to know about the Pixel itself. The fingerprint reader is under the display, and it's right here in the center. Once we set up the fingerprint reader, this is where you will put your finger. You got the charging port at the very bottom here. You've got the SIM eject tray right next to it. You've got the volume down, the volume up on the side, and the power button at the top. And that's what's on the Google Pixel. Now what's interesting about these labels is that they put the labels on the front of the packaging. The buttons are actually on the side right here. So you'll have to keep that in mind. The charging is not necessarily on the front, it's on the side. Same with the SIM eject tool. You place it on the side here. It's not necessarily on the display. So we can go ahead and open this up here. We can peel back the wrapping that we have. So they've got, let's see, we can just go ahead and rip it off like this. And it comes off. We've got the front of the screen and we've got the back. And this is one of the most beautiful Pixels I've ever seen. This phone, the design of it is gorgeous. As you can see, you've got this area, this bump right here where all of the camera information and camera hardware modules are. You've got the Google logo on the very back there, this sleek minimalistic design, and then the edges here, which look very similar to an iPhone. So this is the design of the Google Pixel. You've got your power button, your volume up, your volume down, your charging connector, and your SIM eject tool. And that's all you have there on this Google Pixel. Well, one of the largest phones you can get with the Google Pixel lineup. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hold this button down and power up our Google Pixel for the very first time. So just put your finger on it, you hold down the power button, and you let the magic happen. It vibrates and I let go. You've got the Google logo and it's starting to boot up for the very first time here. It's got a magical spark there. It's got the Android logo that comes open and shows on the display. Let's see what else. So it's got a little loading bar. It's currently loading from left to right. A smooth little design that they've created for us there. And we're going to be able to set up this phone for the very first time together. So it's really exciting here. So it is taking a minute here to boot up for the very first time, but this shouldn't take too long. Here we go. We're ready. It says, welcome to your Pixel. And here you can select English or your language, and then you can select your accessibility settings. There's also an option at the very bottom for an emergency call, or you can just go ahead and proceed with getting started. If you do need to change your language, you just tap on it, and you can change your language that way. We'll go ahead and keep the English United States selected, and then for accessibility settings, you've got vision and set up with your voice. So I'm going to go ahead and press this Get Started button in the lower right, which will allow me to set up my Pixel for the first time. So next up is setup using another device. You can copy and paste all of your settings. So if you have like an iPhone, an iPad, or a Pixel, or another Android device, you can bring those together and it will copy as much information as it can from those previous devices onto your current Pixel and make setup a very easy, smooth thing to get started with. For this video purposes, I'm going to set up as a new device, so I'm going to go ahead and press the skip button. If you do not have an iPhone or a Pixel or another Android device or an iPad that you want to transfer information over, just go ahead and press the skip button. If you do, it'll simplify the process. Just select which one you have. The Pixel or Android's at the top and the iPhone or iPad is at the very bottom. You can go through those on-screen instructions to transfer all of your data over. But for this video, I'm going to go ahead and skip this and set up as a brand new phone. The next step in this process is to connect to Wi-Fi. So let's go ahead and select our Wi-Fi network. I'm going to do this off camera. I'm going to type in my Wi-Fi password, and then once I'm connected, I'll bring it back on screen. It's obtaining an IP address, and we are almost good to go there. So that took, less than 30 seconds to do, and now it's getting our phone ready. It says that this may take a few minutes. So let's be prepared to wait here. Some device information that's needed for setup will be sent to Google, your carrier, or partners. So it's got a beautiful animation here. It almost looks like a face if we turn it this way with two eyes and the mouth. So it's just doodling around here and it's getting our phone ready. We've typed in our Wi-Fi network and it's connecting to the Google servers and it's checking network information now. It's getting the Pixel ready for use. So again, this may take a few minutes as it says on the screen. And now it's moving on to its third phase where it's checking for info. And it looks like it's moving along pretty smoothly as we've typed in our Wi-Fi password and it's going and connecting to their servers and checking all the information that we need to get this Pixel set up for the very first time. So next up is to sign in with your Google account. Now this is going to be very important if you're going to use some of the Google services. You can log in with your Google account, your phone number, or your email and type in your password. For this video purpose, I'm going to skip it in the original setup process, but for you, I highly recommend logging in with your Google account on your Google Pixel because it's going to be helpful for using all of the Google features that are on the phone. So I'm going to go ahead and skip this for now. I'll enter in my credentials after I get the phone set up. Now this always can be interesting because if you don't want to enter it in now, you can also press the skip button and set it up later when you need it. It's totally up to you whether you want to log in with Google or not. So I'm going to skip it for now and we'll move on. Now, it's going to say, do you really want to skip the account? Because if you don't have a Google account, you can't download apps, music, games, other content from Google Play. You won't be able to back up your apps to Google, sync Google services like Calendar and Contacts with your device, and activate device protection features. So these three things are required to have a Google account for. I'm still going to go ahead and press skip. I will set this up later in settings, and if you'd like to, you can go ahead and skip it, or if you want to, you can press go back and type in your Google account and proceed with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip it for now. Next up is the connect to mobile network. Now you can either connect to your mobile network through an eSIM or a SIM card. Now if we remember in our packaging over here, Google provided us with a SIM card eject tool right here. So we can go ahead and take this eject tool right out of its packaging, and remember the SIM tray is right here with at the very bottom of the phone next to the charging port, and all you have to do is just insert the tool into the very bottom and press just like this, and then you can take out the SIM tray and insert your SIM card. So that's how you activate your phone. You can go ahead and do that now, and that will allow you to activate your cell service and use your cell carrier. So you can use the SIM eject tool that comes with Google in the box to do that and connect your mobile network. Or you can use an eSIM. You can download an eSIM. You just press the download eSIM. You select which carrier that you want to do it with, and you can go ahead and proceed with that. For this demo purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and skip this for now, and we'll move on to the next stage. So the next stage is to set a PIN. Today's promotion is with Surfshark. You can get a virtual private network with Surfshark and secure your connection. It's a virtual private network that keeps your data secure and private on the internet. So if you're ever in public and you're surfing on the internet on your phone or your computer, things like your IP address are hidden and you can protect your device, and the best part is you stay secure while browsing in public. You can go ahead and head over to Surfshark and you can get this lovely promotion. Just go to appfind.org/Surfshark to get the promotion. You can go ahead and get it for $2.19 a month at appfind.org/Surfshark. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you that once you sign up for an account, you can go over and head to the Play Store and then you can search for Surfshark. And then it's at the top there, Surfshark. You can go ahead and install it on your Pixel device. I'll go ahead and agree with my fingerprint, and it'll start downloading the application to the Pixel itself. And now whenever I'm browsing in public, or if I head out and I connect to a Wi-Fi network, I can use Surfshark's VPN to stay secure. I can see that it has been installed. I can go ahead and I can open it up and I can start logging in. I've logged in with my Surfshark credentials, and I'll go ahead and allow notifications, and then I can press this quick connect button to instantly stay secure using their virtual private network. It's just as simple as pressing quick connect, and then the little icon appears, this key appears in the top of your Pixel. You'll go ahead and press OK, and then it will start connecting just like that. So now it recommends us to turn off the battery optimization. I'm going to go ahead and move my frame out. And then I'm going to swipe down here and I'm good to go. You can see that I'm connected to a virtual private network and I'm good to go. So that is very easy. All you have to do is just subscribe using our lovely promotion link at appfind.org/Surfshark, and then you can set up your account. And then after you've got your account set up, you can download the app and instantly connect to a virtual private network and stay secure. And the best part about it is it's extremely affordable at $2.19 a month. A PIN is very important on your phone because it keeps your data secure. It says it must be at least 4 digits, but a 6-digit PIN is recommended for added security. So I'm going to go ahead off camera. I'm going to type in my PIN. Now you can also skip this by pressing the skip button in the lower left. If you do not want to enter a PIN, it's right here on the lower left. But I highly recommend setting one to keep your online and personal private data secure. So we'll go ahead and press next, and it wants us to re-enter our PIN. So I'll go ahead and re-enter our PIN and hit confirm. So now that I've entered a PIN, I can go ahead and set up for our device here with a fingerprint unlock. So the fingerprint unlock creates a unique model for your fingerprint to verify that it's you. And of course, we're always in control of that data. So that's really important to read the terms here and how it's used. Your phone can be unlocked when you don't intend, if someone holds up your finger to it. And if you have a screen protector, apply the screen protector before setting up your fingerprint for best performance. So some tips there to set up your fingerprint unlock. If you don't want to do this, you can press the no thanks button in the lower left corner right here, or you can press the I agree in the bottom right corner over here to set it up. I'll go ahead and set it up on camera for you, and it says how to set up your fingerprint. The fingerprint sensor is on your screen. You'll capture your fingerprint on the next screen. So I'll go ahead and press the start button in the very bottom right corner right here where it says start. I'll press that one time, and now it says touch and hold the fingerprint sensor. Now this seems almost like magical if you've never used a fingerprint sensor that's under the display, because you can't see it. But right there where the fingerprint is the sensor, and all you have to do is just touch and hold it and lift, and then touch and hold it again. And it's capturing your fingerprint every time you put it on the fingerprint sensor, which lives under the display. And you just touch and hold and change the position slightly each time. So you just do this, you probably touch it 20, 25 times or so. I'm just throwing out a random number. You want to tilt your finger up and down with the tip so it can get every little bit. And you can see the area that it wants you to touch on, and then also the progress bar of it as you complete things. The circle goes all the way around, so it wants us to touch on the left and some on the right. Touch, turn again and touch with the right edge, So it's very clear on how you need to add your fingerprint sensor, and just like that, we've added our fingerprint. It's captured it using the sensor built into the screen, and now we can use our fingerprint to unlock the phone or verify that it's me, and even use it to sign into apps or approve a purchase. So in the lower left here, there is an option to add another. You can add another fingerprint if you want to add another finger on your hand, or you can go ahead and move forward and just hit the next button and move on with the setup process in this. So let's go ahead and press next. Next up is Face Unlock. Face Unlock is very similar to the Fingerprint Unlock, except it uses the camera to unlock using your face. So keep in mind, if you normally wear eyeglasses, you can wear them during setup. You can look at your phone to unlock it even when you don't intend to. So your phone can be unlocked by someone who looks a lot like you, like an identical sibling, or if someone holds it up to your face. So it's not the most secure unlock, because people that look like you, and if they just hold it up to your face, can unlock it. But at the end of the day, they are very descriptive of how it works and that you're in control. You can delete the face model at any time. You can turn off Face Unlock at any time, and you're good to go there. So I'll go ahead and set up Face ID, or in this case, they call it Face Unlock, but it has similar features or similar setup processes as we have seen this little circle before right here. So on the next screen, hold your phone at eye level. So I'm just gonna go ahead. If you want to, you can skip this process if you don't want to set it up, but if you want to start, you just press this start button in the lower right corner. I'm gonna hold it at eye level, and I'm just gonna go ahead and set up the unlock right here. So center my head in the circle, my head's centered, and then it wants me to tilt my head up and look more at the phone, tilt my head up. So you can see a little bit here, that wants me to look down, and just like that, I set it up in less than 30 seconds. So I did have to look directly at the phone. It told me exactly how to look up and how to look down, and then Face Unlock is set up, and it now can be used to unlock the phone, and I can use it to verify that it's me if I sign into apps or a purchase, very similar to the fingerprint. So now I've got two methods of security on this phone. I can go ahead and press the done button and move forward with the processes. So next up is Google Services. Google Services here, you can allow location, allow scanning, send usage and diagnostic data, install updates and apps. So these are all things that you can either turn off with the switch or you can keep on, and it will let you know if it's required or not. So I can go ahead and turn off send usage and diagnostic data, and that will no longer do that. And then of course install updates and apps is on the phone. So you do have to accept to the Google services all these terms and agreements according in addition to their privacy policy in order to use this device. So you just press this accept button in the lower right corner, and then you are good to go there. Next up is to review the limited warranty. So you can select where the country you bought this from. We got it United States, and then it can bring up the consumer hardware limited warranty in the US and Canada, and you can review it and know what your warranty status looks like. And then we'll go ahead and press the next button. They've got some additional legal terms, so the Google Terms of Service, the Google Device Arbitration Agreement, Google Privacy Policy. You can go ahead and accept and agree to these, and of course you'll need to agree to all of this in order to use your Google devices. So you just press the accept button. And then, of course, they've got a brand new feature called Pixel Satellite, the SOS, so you can get a peace of mind. Now, you can use SOS to communicate through satellite. So it's at select countries, you'll be notified when it's available, so it's not quite out yet, and you can message with emergency services connected through a satellite connection if it's available, if there's no mobile or Wi-Fi network. So it's not available in all countries, regions, or circumstances. You've also got crisis alerts and more in the personal safety application on the Google Pixel itself. So that's a little update there. We'll go ahead and press this next button in the very bottom right, and we'll move forward. And it says review additional apps. Apps will be downloaded over Wi-Fi. We can go ahead and select which ones we want and which ones we don't want, but we've got Fitbit, Google Docs, Google Home, Google Keep, Google News, Google One, Google Wallet, Google Translate, Google Find My Device, Google Pixel Watch, and Google Gemini. So it's cool apps. We'll go ahead and download all of these. If you don't want to, you can just uncheck which ones you don't want, and you can move forward with the download process. So I'll go ahead and press OK. In just a few moments, it's getting ready, getting your phone ready, and this may take a few moments. and we're almost ready to be using our Pixel. It is now teaching us the ways of how to navigate our Google Pixel so we can learn the gestures to go home, go back, and switch apps. So let's go ahead and try it. To go home, you swipe up from the bottom of your screen. So you just go to the edge of the screen and you swipe up and you go home, just like that. And it compliments us there. Great job. To go back, you swipe from the left edge or the right edge to the middle of the screen. So if you want to go back, you swipe from the left or right edge to the middle of the screen and you let go, and it allows you to go back. Next up, you can switch applications. So to switch up, you just go from the bottom of your screen and hold and then release. So you swipe from the bottom of your screen, you hold at the middle, and then you let go, and now you can switch applications. And well done, we've learned the gestures. We can turn off gestures if we want to go to settings. So that's how you navigate your phone, and we are all set. You're ready to start using your device. So that's an exciting message to see. All you have to do is just swipe up to go home. So you just swipe up right here at the very bottom, and it takes us home. And look at our first preview here. Welcome to your new Pixel. So it's bouncing around a little bit. We've got our basic apps like our Play Store, our Gmail, our photos, YouTube. We've got the phone, messages, Chrome, and the camera. And then of course the Google search bar at the very bottom. This is what your Google Pixel looks like. Let's go ahead and press the lock button and test out this brand new fingerprint that we just added. So we just unlock our phone, and now all we have to do is just lay our fingerprint on it. And it says for additional security, use PIN instead. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in my PIN for the first time. You typically do have to activate your PIN before things like the face unlock and the fingerprint work. So now that we've entered our PIN once, I've locked it, I can now use the fingerprint sensor. You can see it's right here. It's ready for my fingerprint to be held down. I just put it down and it unlocks the phone just like that. Now say I don't want to use my fingerprint. Say I want to use my face. I can look at the phone just like this, and it unlocks just like that. And you can see the unlocking, and you can just swipe up to use it. So you've got two modes here that we were allowed to authenticate ourselves with. We have the face mode, the face unlock mode, and the fingerprint mode. And of course that third mode being the PIN. If we do lock it and we want to swipe up, we can enter our PIN at any time. And of course we'll have to enter our PIN in frequently in order to stay secure and use features like the fingerprint and the unlock with the face. So let's take a look at these gestures. We're really excited to check out these new gestures that they demoed. If we want to open up, let's say we open up Chrome for the very first time. It wants us to log in or add a device to our account. I'm going to say use with an account so we don't have to log in. It wants us to check out our notification settings. I'm going to say no thanks. So here we have Chrome. If we go ahead and go to something like YouTube, say, oh, it crashed. Wow, let's try that one more time. If we open up Chrome, it's talking to us now about enhanced ad privacy. We'll say got it. Let's say we open up YouTube, and it loads successfully this time. So good thing. Say we want to go back. All we have to do is just swipe back, and it takes us back to the very front page. So say we want to switch to a different app, we can swipe up from the bottom, and our app switcher is here. Say we want to open up something like the camera. We just tap on the camera. It wants us to activate and show our location here. So I'm going to give access to our location. And say I take a photo just like this. Now we have a photo in our library, and we can come over here. It says we're viewing. To exit this photo, we just swipe down from the top to view, but we can tap on it. Say we want to go back again, we just swipe and we go back to the camera mode. So really cool features. If we want to go home, we just swipe up from the bottom and we're back home. So they've got cool gestures that allow you to navigate the operating system. Really cool that we can come in here and use gestures to get around. In today's promotion, we're talking about Incogni, an incredible way to stay safe on the internet. You can get Incogni with our 50% discount using our promotion link, appfind.org/Incogni. That brings the price down to $7.49 per month on their annual plan. Let's take a look at what it does. It allows you to be safer on the internet internet, and it lowers your risk for identity theft. All you have to do is just make an account, you type in your credentials and your information, and you grant them the right to work for you, and they'll go, navigate, they'll send multiple requests across multiple databases to remove your account information that's on the internet and publicly available. So it's an incredible way to stay safe on the internet, and with the AppFind promotion at appfind.org/incogni, you can save 50% on their annual plan price. It's traditionally $14.98 per month, but with our discount, you can get it for $7.49 per month on the annual plan. And if you don't want the annual plan, you can do the monthly plan for $14.98 a month. So it's an incredible way to stay safe on the internet, and that way, people that are trying to either scam you or steal your identity won't be able to do so, because Incogni will be there to protect you and to request all of your data on the internet that they can find to be removed from those internet profiles. So you can check it out today at Incogni. appfind.org/incogni is the link to go to, and you can get the lovely plan with 50% off for $7.49 per month on the annual plan. The Pixel 9 has a lot of new features that deal with AI, and one of my favorite ones is the Screenshots app, where you can search your screenshots with on-device AI. All you have to do is just swipe up and then search or look for screenshots. So it looks like this. It's 3 tiles next to each other, and you tap on it and you can go ahead and get started. So Pixel Screenshots is the new home for all of your screenshots. When you turn on the app's AI processing, it will save and process helpful details to become searchable. And it's really cool because if you take a lot of screenshots like me, then you'll love that you'll be able to have them all organized. So this is the first thing that I'm going to turn on right here with my new Pixel. So I can manually add images, notes, stick hits, receipts, or other documents I may want to find later with this plus button. So now it's downloading some models. Some functionality may be limited while models are being downloaded into the background. So let's go ahead and open up the Safari, or in this case Chrome, because I'm using a Pixel and not an iPhone. Let's go ahead and search for something on Wikipedia. We'll tap on Wikipedia, and I can just swipe up right here and press this screenshot button, and just like that, I've taken my first screenshot on this device. Say we want to take a screenshot of the Google page, we can go ahead and swipe up from the bottom, hold, and then press the screenshot button. We've got a screenshot of that now that's saved in our library. We can go ahead and Google maybe the Apple Store and then take a screenshot of the Apple Store too. So we can swipe up, hold, press the screenshot button. So now I've got 3 screenshots in my library. I can swipe up to go home, and then I can swipe up and we can go to our app switcher, go back to Pixel Screenshots, and now we can see it's still downloading some models, but the screenshots just got more helpful because now we've got all the screenshots that we've taken right here, and I can just go ahead and tap on one. It tells me when it was created. It says that the processing is paused. The models are still downloading. I can add this to a collection. We can name this Apple, and then we can go ahead and hit the check mark there. So now I've added it to a collection there, and any screenshots that revolve around Apple can be added to this collection. The collection's at the very top there. So it's a really cool way that you can come in here and organize all of your screenshots. Because I know a lot of designers, a lot of creative people, a lot of people that want to save things that are very analytical or great at note taking. We capture these screenshots and then they sit in our library, and it makes it really hard for us to act on them. But now with something like Pixel Screenshots, you can come in here and you can organize all of your screenshots, and then you can use AI to search for them. So in order to use AI, the models will need to be downloaded. They're currently downloading in the background, so that may take some time, and we'll be able to check that out. So Pixel Screenshots, that's how that works. You can create collections, you can make as many screenshots as you want, and then tap into them, learn more about them, annotate them, add notes. We can come in here and say, awesome note. And then go ahead and hit the check mark there. So you come in here, you can add notes to it, you can add them to collections. A really cool app that they've designed. So really excited to check out the Pixel Screenshots app on the brand new Google Pixel. Another really cool AI feature is embedded within the library. If we tap on our camera and we take a photo and we press this edit button at the very bottom right here, there's this new Gen AI feature where we can install more editing tools on our device. So let's go ahead and install those additional editing tools. We can enhance it, we can warm it, we can cool it. We've got a lot of cool options right here that we can check out. We've got the magic eraser and now the magic editor. So try a brand new way to edit. We just tap on the magic editor. You can make editing even faster with an AI experience from Labs. It's in its early stages and it may take edits that are unexpected or inaccurate. So let's go ahead and hit try now. And now all you have to do is just press the magic edit button. And it just starts to generate various edits for you. So you can make additional changes on an edited image, and it uses artificial intelligence to generate some edits. So really cool features that they've created right there using the new AI tool. So we can go ahead and check off which image we want. We can circle or tap to select anything. So say we want to circle this over here. We can tap and hold selected area to move or resize. If we want it to be bigger or smaller, you can zoom in, make some edits. So I think it's really cool that they have they've made it where you can come in here and play with the tools to modify your photos, and you can add things, you can subtract things here. We can go ahead and press the done button. Let's go ahead and press reimagine, and now we can say we want to reimagine this area up here as the solar system, and then it just starts generating. So using AI, it starts to think and it goes ahead and processes here. It takes a few moments. You can see that the colors are changing on the image, and now it's added the solar system right there in the back where we highlighted it. So used Gen AI to modify the image for us just like that. So really cool that you can come over here and make as many modifications as you want using artificial intelligence. Really cool feature that they baked right in here into the Pixel. And of course, we can select whichever one we like the best. I think I like this one the best, and then I'll go ahead and press the check mark at the very bottom, and then I can save it as a copy. So I just edited my photo using artificial intelligence in the magic editor on the Google Pixel 9. So you can come in here, you can press the edit button, say we want to take a photo of, I'm curious if there's something, maybe we can go take a photo of my hand here. So we've got the hand on the table. We can press this edit button one more time, and then it starts to think. We can go over to our magic editor in the lower left, and it wants us to back up the photo. I chose not to back up the photo ahead of time. Let's see if the magic editor loads. So I'm pressing not now, and it seems to not want to open up the magic editor unless I back up the photo. So what happens now? I press back up, and then the magic editor opens. So we're good to go there. So circle, brush, or tap to select. So now I can come in here and say, I'm going to select this area, and I'm going to redefine selection, and I'm going to add, and then I'm going to press done, redefine selection, add, done, and then reimagine. So I'm going to see, can I add a Star Wars lightsaber? Let's see what it does with that. Oh, it says that it can't complete this. Maybe because Star Wars is copyrighted. Maybe if I remove Star Wars. Let's see if it can add. It's generating. It says try. Okay, we've got one depiction there. So it offers two suggestions there. So very interesting that you can come over here, you can select whichever one you want, and then hit the checkbox at the very bottom, and you've got a brand new image. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this and discard it. But that's the new Magic Editor in the Google Pixel device. You can definitely check it out along with their new AI tools. So we've covered things like the new Pixel screenshots and the Magic Editor that's in the Google Pixel. I think those are two of the coolest features. Of course, there's things like Gemini, where we can come in here, the new AI Google Assistant. It can help you write, learn, plan, and get things done. So let's take a tour of this. So it says, tell me what you can do. It can do a lot of things. It can get things done, it can be conversational, and it can feed your curiosity. It can create an image of a jungle, images of a jungle. So it can also create images for you, so that's really cool. You can draft an out of office message, just like this, and it starts to draft that out of office message. We can have it explain pickleball. So this is a cool tour. It starts to explain the court size, equipment, gameplay, and more. And now we can write our own prompt. So of course, Google Gemini, it accesses our data, so it wants us to know that it handles tasks on devices, and that Google Apps improve the AI component of it. So we'll go ahead and say use Gemini in the bottom right. And now it's got some topics up here. Create a playlist of specific songs. Remind me to run an errand on Friday. Make a high energy playlist for an upcoming trip. Give me the fastest route home. And then I can come over here and type, talk, or share a photo. So I can say, I'm going to go ahead and press the voice icon and say, write a poem about Inside Out 2. Wow, this is interesting.
Disclaimer. As of September 2023, there is no official inside.
Oh, I tried turning up the volume and hit the power button twice. So to get back, you just hold up into the middle, you swipe up from the bottom, hold up into the middle, and then you swipe over to your app, and then you're good. So it's interesting. I'm not sure where they got their data out, because there is definitely an Inside Out 2 currently right now. So Gemini does not seem to have the access to the latest of the news, because Inside Out 2 is one of the most grossing high films of the year. But it does not know that yet. But it did still write a poem, A Second Look Inside, Joy and Sadness, Fear and Disgust. It's interesting that I got fear and disgust right, because fear and disgust is very similar. A colorful crew, a curious must. So you can come over here, you can ask it to write poems, you can ask it to write emails for you. I'll go ahead and press the back button. Let's try out another prompt. So I'll press this. Write an out of office response in a really funny way to my boss who loves basketball. And then it starts writing.
Subject. Out of office. Dunking on deadlines. Hey, boss's name. I'm currently out of the office, attempting a slam dunk through the hoop of productivity. Unfortunately, my current score is 0 FOR10, and the coach, aka my conscience, is starting to bench me. I'll be back in the game on date ready to score some major points for the team. In the meantime, please feel free to leave a voicemail or email, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Until then, I'll be practicing my crossover dribbles and hoping for a miracle buzzer beater. Best, your name.
Nice. So you can see use Google Gemini to make it really funny. You know, I'm going 0 for 10. I've missed all of my shots and hoping for a miracle buzzer beater there. So you can use Google Gemini to help you out creatively. You can use it to write poems. You can use it to write emails. You can use it to brainstorm. Let's try its image generation properties. So generate an image of a beach that has a lot of corgis on it. So now it's generating text and images.
Here you go.
And then I'll say, not now. So here we go. It generated a few images of corgis with, in a beach. You can just press the back. You've got this illustration type version of it. So it generated 4 images here. You can have the option to generate more, but this is just a preview of what your Google Pixel 9 can do using Gemini. So really cool. We've checked out some of the best AI features on the Google Pixel 9. We can swipe up and we can swipe all the way back over and see one of the first ones we looked at were the Pixel screenshots. And you can come over here. Now that the Google models have been downloaded, we can search screenshots. And I see that college is on one of these. I can search for college. And it says that it can't find college. Screenshots loading. Some screenshots are still being processed and may not appear in search. Womp, womp, womp. Okay, so it may take a little bit longer than usual for, it says processing paused. AI processing will finish in the background. But then there's this option to proceed, so I'm just going to say process now. So AI processing will need to be done on each of the screenshots before you can search through them and then organize them. But this is going to be really great if you can, capture a lot of screenshots that are related to a collection, group them together, add your notes in, and then later on search using AI to identify which is the best screenshot. So now that the processing has been complete, it's got some notes for me. Apple's website promotion, buy Mac or iPad for college with education savings. It's got the website, and it's got the details. I can donate, get a gift card, product, and more. So now if I go back and I search for college, that screenshot has been processed, and when I search for it, it appears. So that's really cool to see. And of course, if you do this every day, every week, it's going to be really helpful to come in and search for all your screenshots and analyze all your data if you need to remember something from a week ago that you screenshotted. So we've reviewed screenshots, the Pixel screenshots. We've reviewed Gemini, being able to talk to an assistant and get support on our Google Pixel. And we reviewed the lovely photo app where we can use the magic editor inside of the camera. When we switch over to the edit section and we press the lovely new edit button, this little glowing star sparkle that allows you to modify photos. So we've explored a lot of AI right here on the Google Pixel. Really exciting tools and technologies that are now available for you to check out. Want to promote your business in front of tech enthusiasts? You can sponsor AppFind to get a shout out on a video or even your own dedicated video. To learn more, see our rate card and request a sponsorship. You can click our link in the description to Passion Fruit to learn more and inquire about a sponsorship. This has been a complete beginner's guide of the Google Pixel 9. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and let us know what your favorite Google Pixel feature is in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to figure out when we release our next technology video. Thanks for watching.